Hello, this is Dr. Richard Stewart. I'm the co-author of the International Logistics text you've been using for this course, along with Pierre David. We are going to be discussing Chapter 2, International Supply Chain Management. I have an expectation a lot of you at this point are going, International Supply Chain Management, what on earth is he talking about? Well, the reality is every day you go into a grocery store and you buy grapes that come from Chile. You go over to Target or some other retail chain store and you buy a t-shirt or some other object of clothing that came from a foreign country. How do we process all of these goods? How do we manage it so that all the correct materials we need for Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, the big sales, arrive in time to get on the shelves for the consumers to pick? What we're talking about in making that happen is supply chain management. In this chapter, on this slide, you'll see a group of definitions. But what we want to ask ourselves is, what is our learning objectives when we're done with this chapter? Well, what I'd like when we're done with this chapter is you have a basic idea of how supply chain management historically developed from logistics into international logistics and ultimately into supply chain management. That you understand the basic components of international logistics and you recognize the impact, the tremendous impact that international logistics has had on the operations and globalization of our economies. This is a pretty busy slide, but in essence what it tells you is that all of these functions that used to be silos, if you will, that stood alone, finance didn't talk to marketing and marketing didn't talk to transportation. An efficient supply chain means that we cross disciplines, we work as a team, we share information, including budgets and financials, to ultimately delivering those goods and making that supply chain enormously efficient. And you can see as we move through the evolution of logistics and into supply chain management, we can brought in marketing, sales, and information technology to make this happen.